Hey guys, the section of violence here. We got another one for you. The last PFL for a little bit, until June. We got PFL 3, for this 2024 season. Let's get started at the bottom. We got Robin DeBane versus Thad Jean. This is a really, a tricky fight, honestly. I think that Gene wins, but I don't like the price, and honestly, I don't like how experienced and dangerous Roman Debian is. He comes with heavy hands, comes to scrap. He can make it very uncomfortable for pretty fighters. Thad Gene can make it pretty. He can also make it not pretty. So this is a really weird one. Honestly, he beat Nico Soli pretty soundly. He beat Kamara pretty soundly. Like he's got pretty decent power, so like you got to watch for that. I could definitely see a KO for Roman Debian, but I'm gonna go with that Gene here. I feel like he's gonna have a few scary moments, but for the most part, he's just gonna pick Roman Debian apart, and yeah. He can also mix in the grappling, but I don't think he will. Roman Debian's pretty strong and pretty good at a takedown defense, so we'll see how this fight goes. Honestly, it's a wild card fight, but I'm gonna be on Thad Gene here. We'll see what happens. We got Tyler Diamond taking on Otto Rodriguez. Tyler Diamond, he's a very experienced fighter as well. Um, he's a good wrestler. The thing with Tyler Diamond is he's also very tough, but the thing with Tyler Diamond is he hasn't been very active. And honestly, I can't say a whole lot of great things about him. Like he has some decent wins on the grappling, but it's like mediocre guys. He wins by decision. He's a decisionator. Um, yeah, man, there's nothing really crazy you could say. He doesn't really have a lot of good wins. Otto Rodriguez should roll through him, win by submission or unanimous decision. I feel like his grappling is just going to be far superior than Tyler Diamond's. Don't get me wrong. I said Tyler can make this really sticky. That's the only reason I don't think I'm going to play this fight. Otto Rodriguez is extremely good on the ground. But the thing about him on the ground is he doesn't really have a great wrestling game to get him there. So I'm interested to see how he gets him down. But we'll see. I think he knows that. I think he's probably been drilling wrestling, or I hope that he has at least if he wants this win. Um, yeah, Otto Rodriguez, I think wins this fight, but honestly, this could get pretty sticky. So I wouldn't touch this fight personally. Moving on, we have, let's see, Don Madge versus Brennon Warden. Okay, so Brennon Ward is, you know, he's a juggernaut. He comes forward. He comes to lay hands on you. He can be tactical, but for the most part, he's just a brawler who likes to scrap. And but he's an experienced brawler. Like he's faced good guys. He's beat decent guys. So he's definitely not a slouch here. And that's the only reason why I would not, play at Magic current odds, because honestly, this is he's going up a weight class. This could be very sticky. And when I mean sticky, I mean like very close. I think Brennan Ward is an exceptionally dangerous athlete on the feet, and Roush Menfield found the chin on Madge, so you never know. Brennan Ward can find that KO. But I'm going to go with Don Madge here. I feel like Don Madge is technically more superior than Brennan Ward, and he's had time to go up to this weight class. So I'm interested to see how he looks at 170. Don Madge is an absolute savage. Great striking, great grappling. I think he's going to dominate wherever the fight goes, but there could be a chance he gets bonked and KO'd. So be prepared for that. Moving on, we have Murad Ramazanov versus Lorano Stapoli. Not much to say here. Murad Ramazanov's, pretty highly touted prospect. 11-0. He's beaten some decent guys. He likes to win with his grappling. He's beat some experienced guys. He's beaten Nursultan Ruzabayev. That should be all you really need to know. Hiroko Titsoko, like these are really good guys. So beating them is honestly like there's no way he loses this fight. I cannot see it. I'm gonna go with Murad Ramazanov here. I think he wins this soundly with his grappling, either by submission or unanimous decision. But Staropoli's been training with Pereira, so you never know. We could see the upset of all upsets, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. So I'm going to go with Murad here. I feel like this is a pretty safe spot here. Moving on, we have Tamir Kizria versus Brett Johns. Honestly, a great fight. I like Brett Johns a lot. He's a great grappler. He's experienced. He's beat good guys. He's only lost to really good guys. But the thing is, when you lose to Danny Sabatello and Pedro Munoz, I'm not saying Munoz is bad or Sabatello, but they're, in my opinion, a few levels below Kizriev. Kizriev's a hybrid. He has phenomenal striking, phenomenal wrestling. He's just a great talent to watch. 14-0. The guy is an absolute stud. He's doing backflips out of submissions, backflips out of moves. Like the guy's an absolute animal. He's got really good, decent. He's got pretty good wins. Bibert Tumanov, Justin Gonzalez, Richie Smullen, Daniel Weichel. He's beat some decent guys. I think he's just gonna run through Brett Johns, dominating him on the feet, stopping the takedowns. Maybe one round gets sticky. I'm going to go with Tamir Kizria, 30-27, 29-28. I just feel like Kizriev's the man, and I don't think Brett Johns is an elite. Like he's elite, but like he's not like the elite. If you get what I'm trying to say, like I think Tamir Kizriev is the elite of the elite. Now, I could be totally wrong here in hindsight somehow, but I highly doubt it. Just like with Murad, I just feel like this is another square, another good spot, especially at negative 250. Like honestly, that's where I line it anyways. But I would go negative 300 personally, but negative 250 is perfect for parlaying. So I definitely got to go with Kizriev here. I feel like Brett Johns is good, but I just feel like Kizriev's better. Moving on. We have Adam Borx versus Enrique Barzola. Now, if this fight was a few years ago and Borx wasn't coming off a layoff, I would be like, okay, Borx is going to run through this, man. He's coming up a weight class. Borx is, he fights very, very. He uses a lot of defense that requires a lot of balance, and his height helps with that. I just feel like with this fight, he's going to have a good time with Barzola on the feet. I feel like he's going to be the superior striker, but he's going to stuff Barzola's takedowns. I feel like he's going to have success, stick and moving. Honestly, could this become very, very close? I definitely think it could. The layoffs, I never like layoffs, so... but I think Borx is a very, very talented fighter, and I think he can beat Barzola. I'm going to go with Borx by decision. But I don't really want to play this fight just for the layoff reason, and Borx can make fights closer than needed, so we'll see how it goes. I'm definitely interested to see how this fight plays out. Moving on, we have Bubba Jenkins taking on Kai Kamaka. So this fight I've been back and forth with, not for prediction wise, but to make a bet on, mainly because I think Kai Kamaka is a really good value spot, but in my opinion, he should have lost to his last fight to what's the fella's name? Corrales. He should have lost to Corrales. He beat Edwards soundly, soundly. That loss to Justin Gonzalez is not aging well, and I don't know, man. I personally think this could become a really close fight. But see, this is a close fight. That's what I'm trying to say. Is Bubba Jenkins could just wrestle him to a decision, but Kai Kamaka and the extreme couture guys, especially those Hawaiians, they all got pretty good takedown defense, initial takedown defense. Once they're on the ground, it's a little different. They're not as skilled, but the initial takedown defense is very good, very strong legs. I think Kamaka is going to sprawl and brawl to a decision win, but I'm not confident, and I just don't want to play this fight, honestly. Um, but the KO prop for Kamaka is definitely very intriguing just because of this PFL format. Will definitely intrigue me. So I'm gonna go with Kamaka here, getting it done by decision. But you never know; you could get an early finish. We'll see, though. I highly doubt it. Gonna be a close fight, probably. Moving on. We have Goiti Yamauchi versus Neiman Gracie. Goiti Yamauchi's already beat this man pretty soundly. Obviously, not a lot of two fights are the same. So, and at this price, I think Goiti wins, but he's mostly a parlay addition, if anything, at this point. Neiman Gracie, my man, he's slower, but he can be dangerous on the feet, and he's very dangerous on the ground. So, I go on with Goiti again, but honestly, Neiman could pull a submission out of his hat and win this fight. So I'm gonna go with Goiti here, winning by unanimous decision. Maybe even fights a KO again. We'll see. This is another fight where it's like there's a few unknowns here. Moving on, we have Gabriel Alves Braga taking on Justin Gonzalez. Honestly, with this fight, I think Justin Gonzalez has a really good shot at pulling an upset. But I got to go with Braga here. I think he's just more technically clean, and his leg kicks are going to be a problem. I don't know how he's going to deal with the wrestling of J-Train, but J-Train has shown that he isn't that great of a fighter. He's decent, don't get me wrong, and he's tough. But and he's very experienced, so it's like you gotta respect that. He's beat some decent guys, so it's a tricky fight to call. I gotta go with J-Train at plus 200 was interesting, but the price it's at now, I got no interest. I gotta go with Gabriel Braga here by decision. I just feel like it's gonna be a competitive striking affair. Moving on, we have Logan Storley versus Shamil Musayev. Another really highly touted prospect from Russia coming in to fight Storley. He beat Alex Kucheko. Nice finishes. He's a striker. This man's a striker. The thing with him is he hasn't really beat a lot of great guys. This will be one of his biggest tests. I'm gonna go with Logan Storley here, just because there's not a lot of good wins on his record, and this will be his most touted opponent. But it's not confident, and Musayev could definitely pull a win off here. He's 16-0 for a reason. So this one's a pass spot for me. I'm just excited to watch this one. This is another really good fight PFL has on. So really looking forward to it. But yeah, not gonna talk too much about this fight. This fight's tricky. Moving on, we have Brennon versus Pedro Cavallo. I'm gonna wrap this up pretty quick, guys. I don't want to be in here too long. Brennan is levels above Pedro Cavallo. I see Lotnane round 1, round 2 TKO. I think that's what's going to happen. Lotnane is just levels above, and he has something to prove coming off a KO loss last year. So, okay, let's go, Brennan. I see him winning this easily. Moving on, we have Magomed Umalatov taking on Andrei Koreshkov. Competitive affair. Koreshkov's very good. I just think Umalatov more well-rounded. I think he's going to win this fight. We'll see if I end up making a play on this fight. I don't know yet, but I like Koreshkov. He's very, very dangerous on the feet. He's experienced. He's well-rounded, but I just think Umalatov's a different level. We'll see. We'll see, though. This is a big step. The odds are about right, so I have to check what they're at. But I'm going to go with Magomed Umalatov to win this fight, and I got to go with decision. But you never know. You never know. Let's go with my top 5 most confident picks. Number 1, Brennan Lotname. Number 2, Yamauchi. Number 2, Ramazanov. Number 3, Kizriev. Number 4, Yamauchi. And number 5, Umalatov. Let's go Umalatov. Alrighty, guys. Like, subscribe. You know the drill. I'll see you next time. And peace.